Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Jenny. I'm a tropical Western astrologer. And today we're going to talk about the 20-degree Sagittarius full moon. It's occurring on June the 11th around midnight PST. Adjust for your place on the planet. This is a beautiful full moon that we're going to talk about the aspects of it. I'm going to go through an all signs forecast for you to find it in your own birth chart. And then I'm going to do a tarot pull on this full moon, and we're going to discuss all the things. What is a full moon in Sag all about, you ask? Well, first of all, I know you've got my moon journal, and in there I go into what it's like to have a Sagittarius moon. So I'm going to read that right now. What is it like if you have a Sagittarius moon natally, or if your moon is in the ninth? Okay, so if you're born with a Sag moon or moon in the ninth, you are called to take action. Listen to your intuitive impulses and become highly aligned with spirit and spirituality. So you're going to resonate with this if you're also a Sag sun, or if you have a lot of planets, a stellium of planets in Sagittarius or in the ninth, you're going to feel a resonance with this as well. You're an old soul with spiritual knowledge that has traveled through many lifetimes as a spiritual pilgrim and teacher. Your emotions are ruled by Jupiter, so you might have a tendency to be overly hopeful. You can get into huge fights about proving your point and staying true to your dogmatic beliefs. In this life, you come to learn, be positive, and share your emotional intelligence with many people near and far. Learning to be discerning about your emotions while learning how to decide what works best for you might be a lifelong journey. I love that because discernment is something that's really coming up for everyone right now. We've got the nodes of the moon in Pisces. The north node is in Pisces, and the south node is in Virgo. And so if the nodes are urging us to do anything, that south node in Virgo is urging all of us to feel into discernment. What is mine? What is yours? I was just doing a podcast with Joanna. I'll share the link in the show notes here to Demystifying Divinity. You can find us on Apple and Spotify. We were just doing a podcast episode discussing this. What is yours? What is mine? It's so important for us highly empathic people. If you're watching this video, you're an empath. I've got news for you. For us highly empathic people in these changing times, in this astrological cosmic weather, it's so important for us to learn how to discern and to make decisions on feeling into our body and integrating the feelings, moving through the feelings, and having some discernment. So I love that the Sagittarius moon is encouraging all of us to do that. Okay, first of all, I do have to say that Jupiter just moved into Cancer 2 days before this full moon. So on June the 9th, Jupiter moves into Cancer. Jupiter, the ruling planet of Sagittarius, that's the ruling planet of this full moon, has this huge change into Cancer, and it loves to be in Cancer. Jupiter loves being in Cancer. And Jupiter is the great benefic, and it is all the huge dream big things, which is so Sagittarius. So for the ruling planet to make this huge shift into Cancer, which is all about home and family and feelings and security, and that happens 2 days before this full moon, we're all being encouraged to feel into these Sagittarius vibes, whether or not we have a Sag moon or we have a Sag sun or any placements at all in Sagittarius. We're all going to be urged to feel into this expansive energy of security, of home, feeling at home, feeling like you belong, right? Feeling into all of those homey, cozy, warm blanket vibes. House, home, property, all that stuff is going to be brought up with Jupiter going into Cancer as well. And then again on June 11th, so just 2 days after the ruling planet of this full moon, we've got this full moon at 20 degrees Sag. 20 degree is the Scorpio degree. Scorpio feels deeply, feels the biggest things deeply, the biggest feels, right? And so it's all going to be expanded. We're already feeling it. You know, I'm filming this on the 6th, 6/6. I'm filming this on the 6th and the moon will be full on the 11th. And so we're already feeling this energy. I also wanted to say this ties in beautifully with the description of what a Sag moon is. This full moon is squaring the nodes. Squaring the nodes. So in evolutionary astrology, whenever there is a square to the nodes, this suggests a skipped step. So literally translated, you're skipping over it. You're like, la la la, I'm not listening, da 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 da, right? So we do this with these hard feelings, with these big emotions that we feel, or with that big decision that we are putting off or with that thing that's happening over there and just like I'm not looking, I don't want to deal with it, I'm not listening. So you might see that going on around you. And you're being urged as a highly empathic soul, because you're feeling the vibes of this full moon, to not skip the step, okay? To have some discernment and to make the proper decision for you and to feel all the feels. It's going to be expansive. And this particular full moon at 20 degrees Sag is your cosmic invitation to stop playing small because Jupiter is the biggest of the big. You can fit 1,300 Earths into one Jupiter. Jupiter rules Sag. And this is the most expansive. The moon is full. It is expanding whenever there is a full moon, no matter what sign it's in. La Luna's up there in the sky like a spotlight, shining light to where we normally can't see. We normally can't see those things in the dark. So this is going to be huge and expansive, and we can see all the things, and we'll be able to see it clearly to stop playing small and embrace. We're going to be encouraged to embrace this Jupiter energy of expanding our light, saying the thing, making the discerned decision, deciding to finally do the thing or finally stop the thing. We're going to have the discernment to do it. Don't skip over this. With this full moon squaring the nodes, that does suggest there's going to be a lot of people just skipping over, pretending it's not happening, pretending not to see it, pretending not to feel it. Don't do the skipped step at the time of this full moon, and you'll know. And we're going to go into an all signs house placement forecast for you to find out where this full moon is shining that bright light for you. We'll get into that in a minute. I just wanted to talk a little bit more about this particular full moon because there's a full moon in Sag every year, right? But every year you have different transits to the moon, different configurations in the sky. And so that's what we're looking at today. And the fact that its ruler is making this huge move into Cancer just 2 days before the full moon is a big one. This could be the biggest Sagittarius full moon that you ever did see. And I do encourage all of you to take an honest look, and it will be illuminated. You know, you are going to feel it. You are going to see it. And no, you're not losing your mind. And yeah, that thing is coming up for you to give it a good, hard, honest look at and have some discernment and make the decision. And no, you're not making it up. This is real. Okay, so whether or not it's an actual tangible thing or whether it's like the relationship issues are coming to a crescendo, right? You're going to know. You're going to know. And we're going to go through your house placements so that you can get a better idea. But the cosmos are encouraging us strongly to stop playing small. Don't skip this step. Have some discernment, okay? Let go of the limiting beliefs as well. A Sagittarius full moon, for heaven's sakes, is begging us to let go of the limiting beliefs because Sagittarius being ruled by Jupiter, it's so expansive. There's so many gifts to be given by Jupiter. It's just like, where do I even begin? It's Santa Claus energy. It's like, I have so many gifts. There's so much to be gifted to you. Stop playing so small. And oh, no, no, oh, poo, 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 poo. I'll just poo, poo that over that. And oh, no, 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 not little old me. No more of that. The Sagittarius full moon is not on board with you playing small anymore and not accepting and not receiving the gifts that are just abundantly there for you to grab. So the limiting belief thing. Yeah, so I got into it in that into the write-up there a little bit about every single sign has a shadow vibe, and one of the shadow vibes of Sagittarius is to be dogmatic. So to know it all, to be dogmatic in your belief system. And so that's what this full moon might be illuminating for a lot of people out there, is to let go of those limiting beliefs, because those dogmatic beliefs are actually limiting you. So that could look like, well, this is the way my grandfather and my father and the father before them, so this is the way I'm going to do it. It's that, well, it's been going on for hundreds of years. Of course I'm going to do it this way, or I've always believed this. Sagittarius is about your belief system. What do you believe? What is your faith? Well, I've always believed this, and this is just the religion I was born into, this sort of thing. And so the full moon might be illuminating for a lot of people. Okay, well, fine, I hear you. It's been going on forever, but is it limiting you? We need to have some discernment about what belief systems, what beliefs, what thoughts are limiting us. That might be coming up for a lot of us. What is limiting us? What do we need to drop? Because those particular beliefs are just thoughts we keep thinking, and those thoughts are actually limiting us. That's going to come up for a lot of people at the time of this full moon in Sag. Jupiter wants us to be wild and free because it is so expensive. It is Santa Claus with all the gifts, and you need to be running through meadows and forests and collecting all of your gifts and just be wild and free. And you don't need to worry about your hair, and just go and be free. Remember that? Remember those feelings? For those of us that had happy childhoods, and I grew up out on a lake in British Columbia, and I was just wild and free with my beautiful cousins and my brother, and we just were free. So if there's some of you out there that also had the extreme privileged life when you were a child to grow up outside and just be free. If you didn't, I'm so sorry. I don't need to mean to be rubbing it into a wound or anything like that, but maybe you can imagine what it's like to be wild and free and just run and just embrace all of the abundance that is awaiting you, because this full moon in Sag has a lot for us if we can just embrace that wild and free and let go of those limiting beliefs and the dogma that is no longer serving. So if you weren't raised in a religion, if you associate the word dogma with religion, I understand that, but dogma can also come in, this is what I do at work. This is just what I do. And I've been doing it for 10, 15, 20 years. And this is my belief, darn it, and that's the way it's going to happen. And well, that's just the way we schedule things at work. And like, that's dogmatic because you've been doing it forever. And this is just my belief. That's the only way that you could schedule something, or that's the only way that you could communicate with someone, something like that. That's a dogmatic belief, because it's like, oh, wait a second. No, there might be other ways that you could schedule a meeting, even though you've done it on this particular platform at work for the last 20 years. This new thing might come in and maybe it will free up a whole bunch of your time. It's stuff like that. Think outside the box. Jupiter is so expansive, so large. There's so many gifts to be given to us if we're just willing. Don't skip that step. Don't, with this square to the nodes, this full moon is squaring the nodes. And the evolutionary astrologers teach us that that means you're probably skipping a step in your life. So don't skip the step. Don't not look at it because I don't want to, because it's too much work or blah, 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 blah. It's too difficult. It's too deep. This is a 20-degree Sag moon. So 20 degrees is the Scorpio degree. And there is nothing deeper than a Scorpio. You go deep. You go deep. So if you have to go deep at this full moon, there are gifts. There is abundance awaiting you on the other end of it, because Jupiter has so much to offer us. It's stop playing small energy. It's that cosmic invitation to stop playing small, to dream bigger. Do the work. Yeah, we're here. We're here on Earth. So something might come up and you're probably already feeling it, and something is limiting you, and you already know what it is when you're hearing me say this too. Something is limiting you. It's probably a dogmatic belief you've had for a long time. It's time to let it go because that's how you can open the door to the abundance that is awaiting us. Don't forget, no matter what sign the full moon is in, she's up there in the dark sky like a spotlight, and she's illuminating all the things we normally can't see. But this particular one, with it being in Sag and Jupiter's just gone into Cancer 2 days prior, this is all about like, look, there's so much more for you. You are so much more than you believe yourself to be. You've got to let go of the dogma that you have believed about yourself. I'm not pretty enough. I'm too old. Whatever it is, that dogmatic belief system has got to go. It is limiting you. Those beliefs you have held for far too long about yourself, about others, about the world that we live in, and about how the systems all work. Too many boxes. Too many boxes. Don't put yourself in the box. Don't put others in a box. Don't put your capabilities in the box. The boxes are shattering. So I've always talked about this in all my podcasts with Joanna, as well as these videos on here. I'm always telling people, and on my YouTube, please do, or sorry, my Instagram, please do come follow me on Instagram. Um, I'm always saying like 2025 is changing us. So 2025 equals nine. Nine is the final number in numerology. Again, I'm not saying the world is ending, but I'm saying the world as we knew it is ending. And so there's a lot of change happening with four of the five outer planets changing in 2025. One of them is happening in a few days here on June the 9th. 2 days later, its ruler is having a full moon in that sign. It's like, it's happening. We're halfway through the year, and so we're in June. This is the halfway mark, and we are in it. And so we've got to have some discernment. We can't be skipping the steps. We can't be not looking at the thing and feeling the thing and making the decision. We have to have some discernment. And I was just on a great podcast with Joanna, and we were talking about how do we do that? Okay, so I agree. Yeah, the words you're saying resonate with me. Okay, so how do I do that? And it's dropping into the divine feminine energy. And that is all about getting out of the head, because this is masculine. We all have the divine masculine in us, but we also have the divine feminine in us. Doesn't matter your gender. We all have feminine, masculine energies, and we've been trained by our school system, by our churches, by our families, by our peers to live here, okay, to think about, to decide, to live here in our minds. And it has served us. And I'm not poo-pooing the mind. The mind is a beautiful, powerful thing. We need to drop down into the hearts, and we all feel it. We're all feeling it. And not to lose the mind. We might feel like we're losing our minds. Not to lose all of this beautiful mechanism we have up here, but to drop down into the heart and feel the things, feel it, integrate it. This is divine feminine energy, is to actually integrate and to embody and to feel it in order to move through. And then the divine feminine is that cyclical energy of rebirth. So there's a death, the death of me believing I'm not good enough. That limiting belief shall cycle through. I shall feel it. I shall honor that I felt that way for a long time. Maybe even go back to the first time I felt that, if I can ever remember the first moment of my life where I felt I'm not good enough here. A lot of us do that inner child work. We go back, we think of, often it starts in elementary school when the peer said this, the teacher said that, we got bullied over here, whatever it was. It never even occurred to us. I was talking with my cousin the other day. Never even occurred to her to like look a certain way. And then you get into school and then you're teased for not being pretty enough according to the world, right? and to integrate those feelings and to honor those feelings and not to disown those feelings, but then to cycle it out. Okay, that's the divine feminine energy, and that's heart centered, that's heart led. And we're all being encouraged to not stop using our mind, but to use both the heart and the mind together. And that's what these times are encouraging all of us to do. With so many changes happening in 2025, we're all being asked to drop into our hearts and to have some discernment. And this particular full moon, with that square to the nodes being in Pisces and in Virgo, saying, yes, we do need to be spiritual. The North Node is in Pisces. Pisces is like extremely spiritual. Sagittarius and Pisces are the most spiritual signs out there. And so we've got this full moon in Sag squaring the other majorly spiritual sign in Pisces and just saying, let's have some discernment. Virgo in the north and the south node is saying, let's have some discernment. Discern for yourself. What is serving you? What no longer serves you? Drop those limiting beliefs because your next level is so much bigger than you could ever even imagine. But you're getting there. But you're getting there. And in order to do so, we need to use our mind and our heart together, feel the feels of this 20-degree Sag moon. 20 degrees is the Scorpio degree, and Scorpio urges all of us to go deep to the deepest depths. Feel those feels, honor them, no longer disowning that part of ourself, and then rebirth it, transmute it. Use that as our new cycle. It is a deep full moon if we're willing to do the work. If you are even still listening to this video, then perhaps these words are resonating with you, and perhaps you're feeling these extreme cosmic energies as well. And perhaps you're also feeling like the world as I knew it is now ending. And we know what we have to do in order to get to our next level is not skip those steps, have some discernment, let go of those limiting beliefs, drop them. Those limiting beliefs are limiting us to an older version of us. And we're not going to poo-poo her either. We're not going to say, oh, she was so this way. We're not going to judge her. We're going to thank her for she survived. We got here because of her. But it doesn't serve me anymore to believe this thing about me or to believe in a religion that is no longer serving me. This full moon is going to urge a lot of people to take an honest look at what you do and do not believe, because we all deserve to be wild and free, back to that childhood innocence, because we are all that innocent, beautiful, pure soul that is evolving with the times, and these times are changing. These times are urging us to change. We had Neptune and Saturn going into Aries. They're in Aries now. Okay. And I did predict that that energy is going to be a lot about, okay, they were both in Pisces, right? And so it was very dreamy and okay, we get together with our girlfriends and we philosophize, or if we have no friends anymore, we talk with our spirit team and we think of all these fabulous woo-woo things we could do. And it's all just dreamy and we daydream and we get really creative but what now that they're in Aries, it's like, what are you going to do about it? Because we need your light and you need to share your message, whether it's through art, whether it's through a video, whether it's through a pod. What are you doing now? We need to hear it. We need to see it. We need to feel it so that we can all embody. And so for me, I'm doing these YouTube videos. For me, I'm doing the podcast. Okay, like I'm stepping up, I'm doing the thing. And believe me, for years, I daydreamed of, okay, I could do this, I could do that. Oh, I'd be really good at that. And you're thinking about it for a long time. Don't forget, Neptune was in Pisces for a long time and it loves being there. It's cozy there and it's just dreamy. And you could just swim the waters and just visit all the things and you're not doing anything. And now we need to do some things. We need to have some discernment. We can't skip over the discernment that we're all being urged to come to our own conclusions about. We need to drop limiting beliefs that are no longer, they served us at one point. They are no longer serving us. Thank you for serving us at one point. It's no longer serving us anymore. I am no longer going to fit into that small little box that society put me in, whatever. I agreed to fit into that box. I'm no longer staying small. I am no longer what I thought I was. I am, I don't even know what I could possibly become. And that's okay because this full moon is going to lead us there. If we're just willing to have some discernment, to feel the feels deeply, to let go of the limiting beliefs, drop it, what's not working for you anymore. And let's all be wild and free and expansive. And let's all be in that receptive mode to receive the gifts that are awaiting us from Jupiter because Jupiter loves to gift and we all deserve it. So let's find out, where is the house placement where these gifts are there for you. The discernment is there for you in this particular area of your birth chart. So we're going to start with Sagittarius and then we're going to go all the way to Scorpio. So starting with Sagittarius, Sagittarius rules your first house. Okay, so that means you're a Sagittarius rising. Where is this full moon illuminating something for you? And don't forget, when it comes to full moons, we had the new moon 6 months ago, and we were writing out our intentions in our moon journal, weren't we? We were writing down intentions in our moon journal at the Sagittarius new moon 6 months prior, so that 6 months later, we are able to see what has come to harvest. We are ready to grab what has or has not been harvested. Okay. That's why they call them lunatics at the full moon, because we often feel it's like, oh, I knew I should have done that thing. Oh, I knew I should have made that decision. Oh, I knew it, right? I felt it. I felt it like 6 months ago and I didn't do the thing. So now it's like, okay, yep, yep, okay, I can see that now. And that's okay. Many times have I done that. Many times have I been skipping the step, which is what this square to the nodes is all about. Many a time in my past, I was not looking at the thing and just like, la la la, I can't hear. Hmm. Yep, I did that a lot. So now we know. And the cosmos are always guiding us. So let's see, what is La Luna illuminating up in the sky for you, Sagittarius first house? This is all about, like, this could be your entire body. So maybe 6 months ago, you made the intention of losing some weight or going back to the gym. Like, definitely, first house is your body. It certainly is. But it's also, who you're showing up as. And a Sagittarius first house person, if you are a Sagittarius rising and you're listening to this, then you have the potential to be the most positive and fun person out there because Sagittarius people are so, so, so positive. Okay. So much fun, adventurous. Let's go here. Let's go there. I'm willing. I'm open. My mind is open. Therefore, my heart is open. And maybe, just maybe, you're feeling that at the time of this moment. You didn't skip the step. You you did write down your intentions and you're seeing the positivity. You're embracing the gifts. For a Sagittarius first house person, you're a Sag rising. What is showing up? What's showing up with your body? What's showing up? Are you feeling something in your body, or are you feeling strong again? You went back to the gym, or that positive mindset has kicked in now. And of course, you're willing to not skip steps. You're willing to have some discernment and be honest with yourself. Feel it in your body. When it's first house, it's a lot about your body, your physical vessel, right? Feel it in your body, Sag risings, and let us know how this is hitting for you. Capricorn, you are 12th house, okay? So if you are Capricorn rising, this is your 12th house. This is the final house. Okay, so what has ended, Cap rising people? Or of course, listen if you're a Capricorn as well. You're going to resonate for this. Sun, Moon, rising. I always listen for all three. I always start with my rising, but Capricorn rising. This is hitting your 12th house. So what's being illuminated up there in the sky? The full moon is bright and she is illuminating all the things in the dark we can't normally see. So what's showing up for you in the 12th house? 12th house is all things addictions. So, maybe 6 months ago you wrote in your moon journal and you said, I want to quit the sugar or I want to cut down on my drinking. So is La Luna illuminating how far you've come and what you've quit, right? 12th house is also institutions, so things like hospitals, rehab centers, orphanages. And so maybe you got the job at the hospital, like this sort of thing, right? Maybe it's about that. 12th house is also about forgiveness and letting go. It's the final house. It's the let go, let goddess energy. So what is La Luna illuminating for you that has shown up? Don't skip the step, okay? You're being urged by the cosmos to not stay small, to drop the limiting beliefs when it comes to 12th house things. Aquarius rising, 11th house. So yeah, Aquarius rising, 11th house. Woo! Aquarius rules the 11th. So friendships, groups, the future, technology, the internet, greatest good for all, the 11th house. So if you're an Aquarius rising, you love having Aquarius in the 11th. It belongs there. And so I urge you, that you're feeling at home, right? So it's like, how are you, is your future self like saying, yeah, you did it. You didn't skip the step. You are no longer believing those limiting beliefs. Or is La Luna illuminating for you the dogma that needs to go, the limiting belief that is holding you back? And it's regarding all those things like friends and groups and technology and, online. Do you need to step it up? Is La Luna illuminating, like, go do the thing online, go join the group, you know, connect with your future self. This is another way for you to connect with your future self and to set a goal, greatest good for all. Aquarius rising, what's showing up for you in that way? Pisces rising 10th. Pisces rising 10th house. So this is career. This is your public, the way the public sees you. It's also your father issues, boss issues. It's you can't hide what's happening in the 10th house for you, Pisces rising. So, and Pisces people too. Like even if you're a Pisces sun, something might be going on in your career, right? What is La Luna illuminating? Maybe 6 months ago, you wrote the intention to get the raise, to change your career, something like that, right? Or something to do with your dad. Maybe you weren't talking to your dad, even if he's dearly departed. And now, maybe now you're journaling or you're connecting with him in spirit, something about your dad, or, maybe you didn't talk to your dad for years and now you're no longer estranged, something like that. The full moon's bringing it up for you to not skip the step, to not have the dogmatic belief, to drop those limiting beliefs, to stop playing small. This is your cosmic invitation. This is the 10th house. Everyone's singing it. You can see it. So don't skip the step. Have some discernment when it comes to 10th house. Aries rising people, 9th house, and Aries people too, 9th house. So this is your belief system. This is your faith. What do you believe? And are your beliefs limiting you? And so the moon is illuminating this for you, Aries people. This is great. This is for you to take an honest inventory of what's no longer serving you. Is it dogmatic just because we've always been doing it this way? Let it go if it's limiting you. These beliefs are just thoughts you just keep thinking. And so let's reprogram our thoughts. It might be about that, and it might be about education and learning something new, going back to school, and it could be about a trip or foreigners or some kind of a journey. So like a metaphorical journey as well, or any kind of a journey that will expand you, that will expand your mind. So Aries people, what's showing up for you regarding all those 9th house things? Be open to the gifts, have some discernment, know what's theirs and what's yours, and don't skip the step and feel the feels. It's a 20-degree Sag moon. This is all about being deep, going there deep. Taurus rising people, 8th house. Taurus and Taurus rising people, 8th house. So this is your chunky money. So the money that you have with your spouse, right? Your savings, your taxes, all that jazz, right? Down payments or stuff like that. Eighth house is also the death rebirth house. What is needs a rebirth? Like it's like reset, like delete, rebirth, like it's that kind of, and I always say it's like the butterfly. So like you couldn't even go back to being the caterpillar if you wanted to because you're now a butterfly. So Taurus people, you've transformed into the butterfly. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes. The phoenix has hit rock bottom. So it's like it needs to go up. So there's some kind of a huge transformation, death, rebirth energy for you, something to do with money as well. And so drop the limiting beliefs. They're no longer serving you. Drop the dogma. Don't play small. Don't skip the step and pretend not to see it and not to hear it. Do the thing, have the discernment, feel the feelings, and you will be transformed. Gemini rising people, seventh house, and Gemini suns too. This is all things relationships, your closest relationships. So yes, your spouse, best friend, business partner, yeah, your closest people. Um, and so what are the limiting beliefs there? Maybe you're married and you have this belief about your husband and it's actually no longer serving you to see him that way. It's just a thought you keep thinking. It's now become your belief. It's now become a bit dogmatic. You need to drop that, Gemini, perhaps, so that you can see him differently and love him differently. It could be about that. And maybe a new best friend, a new, life partner's coming in. That could happen. That's exciting for you, Gemini people, but it's that 20-degree Sag. So 20-degree is the Scorpio degree and it's in Sag. So there's so much abundance. There's so many gifts for you if you're willing to go deep. Have some discernment when it comes to your relationships. Don't skip the steps. Go deep when it comes to your closest relationships. Gemini, let us know how that resonates. So Cancer rising, Cancer people, sixth house. This is your health. Your health. This is also your daily habits, and that probably do impact your health. What are you doing on the daily that, maybe 6 months ago, because you wrote in your moon journal, I want to improve my health. And so maybe every day you got up and every day you went for a morning walk. And then every day at night you did your stretches, like da 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 da, whatever it is, right? Daily habits, health. It could also have to do with pets. The sixth house has to do with pets. So what's La Luna illuminating for you? I want you to have some discernment. Don't skip the steps. Feel the feelings. It's a 20-degree Sag moon. So feel deep, have some discernment. Don't limit yourself. Don't play small anymore when it comes to your health and your daily habits. Okay, Leo rising fifth. So Leo belongs in the fifth. This is fantastic for you. You know this energy well. Fifth house is fun, creative, children, youthful energy, super creative. So not just painting a picture, and maybe it is painting a picture, but creating anything, creating something. What is La Luna illuminating there for you? Perhaps 6 months ago at the new moon in Sag, you wrote down some intentions, like I want to get pregnant. And boom, you're pregnant at the full moon in Sag, because it's all things children, romance. Maybe you wanted romance. Maybe that was what you wrote. Now you're getting a romantic date. Maybe there's romance in your life. But fifth house is fun, romantic, love, children, very creative. And so La Luna is illuminating and urging you to don't play small when it comes to all those things I just said. No more playing small. Let go of the limiting beliefs. Like maybe a limiting belief you had was, oh, well, romance is never I'm too old. I'm too old for romance. Stop that. That is limiting you, right? And the full moon's going to urge this for you when it comes to all those things about the fifth house. Okay, Virgo rising, fourth house, or a Virgo sun sign, Virgo, strong Virgo people. This is fourth house for you. This is your emotions. This is your home and your security and your family, your lineage, your motherhood wounds, your sisterhood wounds, your lineage, your family lineage. It's also your house home property, right? All those things for you, Virgo. So what's being illuminated? Don't play small. Don't skip the steps. Don't not feel I'm not listening. I can't see that. No, don't skip the step at this full moon. Okay. Feel the feelings, embrace and embody to transmute. And you need to open yourself up to the gift. What is going to be gifted to you? And it's regarding family, it's regarding your house, home, property. Are you ready to embrace the abundant gifts that are awaiting you, Virgo? Okay, Libra rising third or a Libra sun, Libra person, third house. So third house is the junk drawer. It's a lot of things, but mostly it's your communication, the way you speak, the way you write, your talking, the way you communicate. But it's also things like, your vehicles and your bikes and your scooters, your neighbors, your neighborhood, your siblings, your cousins, your friends that feel like siblings and cousins. So it's a lot of things, the third house is. And so at the time of this full moon, you are being encouraged to stop playing small regarding all those things. Okay. Let go of limiting beliefs regarding all those things and all those people and the way that you communicate. Let go. If you believe, oh, I can't talk, oh, I don't have anything important to say, let go of those limiting beliefs. Okay. Because at the time of this full moon, there are gifts, abundant gifts from Jupiter awaiting you. And Libra, you deserve it all. So open up, let go of the limiting beliefs, stop playing small, be wild and free. And third house gifts are abundantly awaiting you. And last but not least, Scorpio rising and Scorpio people, second house. This is your money. This is what you deserve in your bank account. And this full moon wants to gift it to you. There's so much abundance from Jupiter. You can't even imagine the abundance. You can't even imagine how you could show up like this and receive all of that money in your bank account, right? Wrong, because you're going to let go of the limiting beliefs and you're going to stop playing small and you're going to have some discernment. You're not going to skip those steps from the square to the nodes. And that's what you're going to do, Scorpio, because you deserve so much. You are worthy of it, first and foremost. You are worthy just because you are, just because you be. So you are worthy because you are here. Secondly, you deserve to have a lot of money into your bank account, Scorpio. And I love it. Okay, now we are going to pull a card. At the time of this full moon at 20 degrees Sag, I hope that my description of not skipping those steps. So at the time of this full moon at 20 degrees of Sag, it is squaring the nodes. And the nodes are then called the nodes of fate and destiny. And so the nodes are always urging us to up level. And right now they're in Pisces and in Virgo. So with this full moon squaring the nodes, evolutionary astrologers teach us that that is considered a skipped step. So don't skip this step. And what that means is have some discernment. With that south node being in Virgo, we're all being collectively urged to have some discernment. Think for yourself. Feel it inside your body. Feel those feels. Yes, even those deep, deep feels that this 20 degrees is Scorpio. It's a 20-degree full moon urging us to feel those feels. Don't disown that part of ourselves anymore. Don't skip that step anymore. Don't play small anymore. This is a full moon in Sag, and Jupiter wants us to have all of the abundant gifts. So we're not going to skip the step. It's our cosmic invitation to no longer play small because Sagittarius being ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter just moved into Cancer 2 days before this full moon. Jupiter is so expansive and wants to gift us. It has so many expansive gifts. So all we have to do is follow the urgings of this full moon of don't skip the step. Have some discernment. Do not play small. Drop the limiting beliefs that are holding you back and be wild and free like a little innocent child out at the lake, living their best life. Drop into the heart to get there and have some discernment. And here's the card for this full moon in Sag. Ah, we got the Six of Pentacles upright. Isn't that beautiful with the children there? We were just talking about being a wild and free child and having the abundance awaiting us. I love this. And the sixth. So it's happening on the 6 months, on the sixth month. And I'm filming this on 6/6. So it's beautiful. The abundance is awaiting us. And this full moon wants to gift us so much abundance if we're just willing to feel the feels. Don't skip the step. If we're just willing to stop playing small, let go of the dogmatic and the limiting beliefs that are no longer serving us, because we are so much more than we have believed ourselves to be up until this point in our life. And if we can imagine it, it's there, and it wants to align us to that next level us. So if you would love to learn more from me, I have just opened up a 4-month container called the Soul Blueprint Experience. And it's for those empathic souls out there that are listening to my voice and hearing me speak. And they want to go to that next level. They want to know their soul blueprint. You want to know what the blueprint is, and you want to learn how to integrate and embody it and be it. So check out, I'll leave the link for my Soul Blueprint Experience. I'm wishing all of you a blessed full moon in Sagittarius. Until next time.